Hello, dear fellow traders. I want to have a quick review on the performance of Nasdaq 100, gold spot price, crypto market, and US dollar cryptocurrency in a short video to see what is the most probable case for tomorrow. As you can see in this chart, in 2022, uh, stock prices, gold spot price, and crypto market experienced a bearish market with between 11 to 41% decrease in their value in 2022 so far. So this actually happened after uh, Jay Powell, the Federal Reserve Chair, talked about future quantitative tightening in 2021 November FOMC meeting. As you can see, US dollar currency index increased value in the past trading year, and we can easily say cash is the king in the past 10 months. There is one key component that I would like you to look at this chart, and it is the lower high, lower low pattern in NASDAQ, cryptocurrency, and gold spot price chart versus higher high, higher low in US dollar currency index. The key is to consider different possibility of rate hike and what is going to happen in Jay Powell press conference after that tomorrow. I believe the press conference is even more important than the rate hike itself. Why? Let's evaluate it. There is a book. It's called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. In his book, he said traders trade the future expectation, not today's reality, which I believe is true. And in the past few weeks, from mid-October up to today, we can say that traders have the expectation that Jay Powell is going to say we are going to evaluate lower rate hikes from November and afterward, which caused a 5% move in uh, stock market and at least like 10 to 12% in cryptocurrency market and decrease the US dollar index value around 3 to 4%. But now let's look at these chart with more details. This chart shows that uh, the energy sector was the only sector that experienced higher high and higher lows. However, it cannot reach the previous high yet, even with all those good earnings in, so far. Now, if we are looking at the Nasdaq 100, we see a downward trend from Elliott wave technical point of view. We can see that we had the 5 3, and we can expect another 5 wave, which means we may break below the previous low if Jay Powell doesn't talk about future ease off in rate hikes. The same pattern is uh, true for S&P 500. As you can see in this chart, it's pretty much the same uh, chart if you're looking at, and also this is true for Dow Jones. These three are the biggest indexes, and they are very important. The key important component of these three chart is that we see the price reach the 50 EMA and the upper border of a bearish regression channel, and then feels like rejected. So far it couldn't break above it, and we see like this pattern, like try to get out of the channel and break above the 50 MA but failed to do so. So this could be a potential reversal point for near future and the next few weeks in November 2022. But it really depends on two very important data. One is rate hike, then the future rate hikes in the press conference, and in the next 2 weeks we are going to have inflation data, core inflation data, CPI, and everything will be out. So far we didn't see any ease and a slowing in the pace of core inflation, which is more important than inflation itself. So these are very important to consider for opening new long position at this moment. The other thing that I would like you to know is uh, another part of the book, which is very important. Mark Douglas in Trading in the Zone said, we have to be careful about what we project out into the future because nothing else has the potential to create one more unhappiness and emotional misery than an unfulfilled expectation. So, if for any reason tomorrow Jay Powell doesn't talk about a slowing down in rate hikes, I believe we experience a market crash which could be as big as 4% for Nasdaq and S&P 500 and even more. This is very important to consider. So fixing your long position at this moment is very important. I don't say you need to close it, but I think at least you need to put your stop loss above your entry or at your entry so you can close your position without any loss. This was a short review on my uh, expectation about the tomorrow. I believe there is a very good chance that we see another 75-point interest rate hike. But what is Jerome Powell going to say? It's really hard to predict. However, if he wants to talk about data, since we didn't see any slowing down in core inflation, it would be very hard for him to say that we are going to uh, evaluate lower rate hikes when we are experiencing 6.7% core inflation. So I believe in order to achieve neutrality, Federal Reserve need to increase the rates above core inflation to control the inflation and to tame it. So far, we didn't see any evidence that the previous rate hikes had worked. Based on that, I believe this is very unlikely that Jay Powell is going to talk about it. However, if he talks about it, that they are going to evaluate 50-point rate hike in December, there is a great chance that we see a boom and a bullish rally for a couple of weeks. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you find this analysis useful.